Hey guys, it's Kugli again with another ROM review, and this time I've got the Smart ROM version 1.3 final for the Galaxy S3, so stay tuned for that. So guys, the Smart ROM for the Galaxy S3. Now this is a very awesome ROM. I mean, Smart ROM previously was also a very cool ROM for the S3, and I have been using this. I believe I have gotten reviews of it previously, and it was really nice. Now the latest version is again pretty awesome. It does have the Note 5 theme. It is a Note 5 themed ROM, so you are going to expect almost everything which is basically Note 5 themed. I have actually well, in my previous video for the S3, which was, I guess, was Blackota, which you guys saw, Blackota ROM, I actually was using that as my daily driver, but I did have a few problems with it, namely battery life problems and RAM problems. So I wanted to try out a few other stock-based ROM for my daily driver personally. So yeah, so in the about phone page you can see it is called the Smart ROM, and it is made by guys at Mighty Customs, which is pretty awesome. And you have status, all that, pretty nice. You can actually click here and see the ROM author and maintainer testers and all of that stuff. So from what I can see, this is a mainly Russian centric developer community, so you will be seeing a few Russian stuff here in the ROM as well. Now this is based on of the DN4 ROM, which I believe is based on back to Note, so that is probably one of the best stable stock-based ROMs available for the S3, so that is really awesome. It is using Boifla kernel, so that is something which is really awesome. So if you have been using Boifla kernel for any number of times, that would be really exciting. As you can see, it is 1.3 final, so this is the final version of this ROM for this device, so that is really awesome. Now if you have seen something like the Blackota ROM review, basically all the other settings are basically the same, so you have nothing extras, but you have a lot of settings there. Wi-Fi smart network switch is available here, tether, mobile hotspot, all of this is really awesome. You do have a lot of stuff here which you can actually get through. Music control is something which I really appreciate in this one. You can enable that, and you can skip tracks with the long press of volume buttons, and you can even customize the stuff like volume up task. You can actually customize from play, pause, previous, skip, stop, all of that can be customized here, and also you can select the timeout of it, so that is really awesome. You have that. The ringtone package is basically the Note 5 ringtone package, so nothing special there. Haptic feedback enabler, vibrate when ringing, all of this is really awesome. Vibration intensity is available, which I personally like a lot. I normally keep it way below whatever Samsung configures, so that is something which I really appreciate. In the display and wallpaper option, you do have brightness, wallpaper, font option. Now this one has a funny sort of a font which you might be able to see here and there. You do have an option to flash the stock font, which is in the forum post, so if you are a fan of the stock font, you can actually do that, so it's not a factor anymore. So yeah, it does have the one-handed operation, so you can actually do this thing, which I probably will not be able to do, but it is available, so you can actually have that, and it does work. I have okay, now it does work. You can actually use that. It's really awesome for people who are busy with one hand, so yeah, it's really nice. Screen rotation, smart stay, all of these things are available. Just team, LED indicator, touchscreen, increased sensitivity for glove mode is also available, so that's also really cool to have. Lock screen option. In the lock screen option, you do have options to enable the option. Now what I have right now is the mosaic style lock screen, which is pretty awesome. I really appreciate that because I really like it. You do have option to change that. It does have signature mode, but it doesn't really work without a stylus, so yeah. In the unlock effect mode, you do have the abstract tile is the one which I have. You have popping colors, you have watercolor, all of these are available. You just have to save it, and it does work beautifully, so that's really nice to have. Now in the festival effect, it actually detects the time of the year and then it changes the theme accordingly, so that is also available. Multi-window is really awesome. I really like it because multi-window does work normally, and I really appreciate how this thing works, so pretty nice to have. This is how you get multi-window to function. I have actually enabled calculator, and I will probably enable calendar also here, so you can actually customize that and it works. I really like it, and this is more themed than the previous iterations of multi-window, so this is something which I really appreciate. It does have floating messages, and it works. Now this is what I was talking about. I have selected English, but the languages are still at some locations still Russian, so I'm not entirely sure if this is a bug. Well, it is probably a bug. They did not really get into this too much, but I would have liked this to have pure English rather than just having a bunch of mixed languages, but hey, it's there. Notification panel settings, you do have the option to change the notification stuff. It does have almost all the stuff which you're familiar with on a Samsung ROM, so touch sensitivity increase. Toolbox, which is really awesome. Download booster to use the Wi-Fi and the data connection simultaneously for faster downloads. Data network, power saving, all of that is pretty awesome. I really appreciate that. Motions and gestures, it does have that. Direct call is something which I always use. Smart alert is something which I really like. Palm swipe for capture is also available. I have used it a couple of times. It also does work. Accounts, now this does have the Samsung account stuff enabled, so if you want to use that, you can actually do that. And I personally do not use Samsung account anymore because this is not my daily driver anymore, but if you do, it is available. So yeah, it does have the blocking mode, which does have the incoming call and SMS blocker, which is really cool to have in build rather than having a third-party application, so that's really nice. It does have safety assistance, which if you use, it's pretty awesome. I don't use this, so I'm not the best person to say if it is very good or not, so yeah. In the power saving feature, it does have the ultra power saving mode, which turns everything grayscale. It is really awesome. I mean, it is a lifesaver, literal lifesaver. I have been saved because of that a number of times, because my main phone battery is gone, my secondary phone battery is going really low. I need power for at least 5 hours. Turn on ultra power saving mode and you will get through 5 hours, so that's something which I really appreciate. So yeah, in the battery life, now as you can see, the battery life is pretty awesome. I mean, you can not see a single wake lock issue in this, which I really like. So you can see a few here and there, and during the wake there is a dip in the battery life. That is mainly because of syncing and stuff like that, but as a whole I really like the battery life in this ROM, because even more so than the Lakota Note 4 ROM, because that was really cool. So yeah, that is it in that one. Rest everything is basically the same thing. Now this does do a few extra things with the theme, and as you can see, the purple header is not what the lollipop in Note 5 comes with, and also the ripple effect on touch is something which is really boxy. Well, this is a KitKat ROM with with lollipop theme, so you are going to expect all of that. So yeah, in terms of applications, the phone, all of these are themed application and themed after the Note 5. Camera is a Note 2 camera, which is pretty awesome. I really appreciate that because it does have the slow motion stuff, and it is themed to the latest version of Note series, so it is available. And the camera in Samsung ROMs is just awesome. I really like that. Calendar, everything is themed. Now it does use the Boifla configuration, Boifla kernel, so it does come with Boifla config version v2, and I had to update it once because the one which was pre-installed was not up to date. But well, if you have used Boifla kernel, this needs no introduction, and if you haven't used Boifla kernel, fix that. Flash Boifla kernel onto your ROM and use it. It is one of the best kernels available for a custom ROM. It is that good. You do have a lot of settings, like even you can customize the amount of charge which gets into your phone when you have USB or wall mounted power, so that is really cool. Now I have actually installed a few applications, like all of these bottom applications are the ones which I have installed after Titanium Backup. It does come with Root Explorer and My File Explorer, so it does come with Root Explorer, which I really appreciate, which is very useful. So for people who wants to do that, so yeah. Let me show you guys the Antutu benchmark score, which is pretty cool. So that is the benchmark score which I received, which is about 26,000, which is awesome. Well, that is basically because it is running Boifla kernel in a performance kernel. So you do have that advantage on this ROM, so that is really cool. It is a very good performing kernel, and you can actually see everything is smoother, everything is faster, so basically that works. Let me show you guys the boot animation, which is pretty awesome. It does have the 4-way boot reboot screen, but again this is in Russian, so just a quick look. This is hot reboot, this is reboot into download mode, this is reboot into the recovery. So yeah, just so you guys know, this is the shutdown animation without any sound. The animation does not have any sound, but pretty cool. So there you have it. That is the boot animation, which is pretty awesome. And I was honestly saying I was quite sick of seeing Samsung boot animation on all the custom stock-based ROMs. So this is a welcome change in that regard. So pretty awesome. So I guess that much is it about the ROM. That is the stuff which I wanted to show you guys. It is a really stable, really awesome base driver, I mean daily driver. I might be using this as a daily driver, but I do have a few other ROMs also to check out, like the Amcha ROM version 7 was really awesome. The latest version is available, but it's a freaking 1.8 gig ROM. So yeah, just that. Let me show you guys the RAM usage also, because that is also something which I want to show you guys. RAM usage is not the best, not to the legendary standards of KitKat, but still it is much lower than what I would expect on a fully installed, fully functional Blackota Node 4 ROM, because Blackota Node 4 takes really huge amount of RAM, because on a normal day when I use it, it goes beyond 700, so I have a 100 MB more RAM with this one, but it's still not preferable, but still it's better than nothing, so pretty nice. So I guess how much is it about the ROM. Hope you guys like the video. Please share, subscribe, and like the video if you found it useful. See you guys next time. Bye.